going on, everyone? Welcome to my channel. This is Living to Learn. I want to thank you for watching. If this is your first time, please consider subscribing if you will. Also, if you go into the description of the video, you can find opportunities to donate financially to my channel, which really helps me remain consistent, putting out content regularly. And also, you'll see my handle for Instagram and TikTok, which is at Live to Learn Coaching. Feel free to follow me there for more content. You can also reach out to me there if you have any questions or you just want to communicate. Send me a message and I'll be happy to hear from you. Anyway, today's a special one. Today is a particularly, this one's a little different. Now, we are still on the same theme that we've been on about the unexpected. Again, I shared with you a little bit about the season of my life right now where I've just been caught off guard and things are going left when I thought they should be going right. It's life, isn't it? It's just the way it is. It's unfair, it's unexpected. And what are we going to do? Well, today is a special day because today marks 23 years that my younger brother passed away. So I dedicate this video to his memory. And, to be sensitive because I know my family watches these videos. I don't want to get too much into it as far as the details of what happened, but rather I want to focus on what I learned, what I've taken away, and what I consider something to be a bit of a way for me to honor my brother and his memory. See, he died when he was young. He was a kid. But the thing about kids, man, they know how to live, And he just absorbed all you could absorb out of life. And that's why the title says A Life Well Lived. A lot of people would think, well, it was a short life. Of course it was. Of course I wish he was still here. But he lived every single day to the fullest. And that has continued to inspire me. In fact, I was just thinking about this, that part of his legacy is where I've arrived at in this time of my life, wanting to see the good, wanting to extract the positive and what I can gain, what can be helpful from every moment and every season of my life. And I give credit to my brother for that. Now, I want to talk about adapting and learning from the unexpected. Now, again, to be sensitive to my parents, to my family, this is not something that I am using as just some kind of springboard to get views or anything like that. Rather, this is a way for me to include his memory with what I'm doing today. Because everywhere I go, my brother goes with me. And I remember when he passed. And I remember the unexpected, tragic loss that it was in my family. It was devastating. But here's what I learned, and I want to highlight my parents. The first thing I saw was my father doing a 180 in life, leaning into his faith. And what I saw transpire be one of the most disciplined and strongest individuals I've ever seen in my life. I don't know many people that can do what my dad did. My mother, again, women, there's just a mystery about them, especially moms. I don't know where they get that strength from. She never missed a beat. I never felt neglected. I never felt like I didn't have the attention of my mother and my father. I don't know how they did that during that time. But here's what I learned. And here's what I want to apply to the theme that we've been talking about. When you are forced into a situation like that, with unexpected loss, and you somehow gain strength from it. You somehow, you go off in a positive direction from it. That says something about what we can do. So even at the darkest time in our lives, in our family's life, I saw my family, I saw those around me, those who were in front of me, my biggest influences, my mom and dad, my parents, I saw them rise to the occasion. And I don't know how they did it. So now in my own situation, today, where I'm faced with, let's call it what it is. It's a major inconvenience. It tugs at every emotion. It's stressful. It's going to require me to do some things differently, and when we do different, it's uncomfortable. And of course, thinking about worst case scenario. But I had this discussion with my mom the other day, and she reminded me, every year, September, every year around this time, we have to revisit that moment 23 years ago. And so I was reminded by my mother, we've seen worse. We've endured worse. And so it puts it in perspective. So what can I say? My brother, he lived life to the fullest. He took every ounce of life that was available to him, and he lived it, and he absorbed it, and he was that. And I don't see a reason why I should lose that attitude. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't see it the same way just because I'm not 10 years old. See, he left a footprint. He left an impact. He left a legacy. So today, part of my video is to make sure that I honor that. And I'm thankful for memories. I'm thankful for good times. I'm thankful for inside jokes and things that only me and him can understand. And things I'll take with me till I join him. And until I get there, as long as I'm alive, his memory will live on. His legacy will live on. But how do we adapt? How do we learn from the unexpected? We have to understand that it is important to adjust, even in the midst of not wanting to do anything. I can't imagine how my parents felt. I'm telling you what, this anniversary it hits different now. It has hit differently ever since I became a father. I don't know how they did it. I just know that they adapted and they learned. They didn't deny. They didn't act like things were okay. They didn't act like nothing happened. What they did was they adapted and they learned from the unexpected. And what I've learned from their response and what I've learned from my brother's life and what he lived and how he was that there is always an opportunity to take what is happening, what has happened, and utilize it. Hard lessons, things we don't want to learn, things we don't want to accept, and I don't wish that on anyone. However, when you find yourself in a place, like Viktor Frankl says in his famous book, the one thing that can never be taken from us is how we choose to respond. We get to make that choice. So if unexpected things have caught you off guard, if they've taken the air out of your lungs, if they've just put you in a place that you wish you were not at, you are not the only one. I am not the only one. We are not the only ones. But we get to choose. This is real life. This is real stuff. There is no live to learn conference yet. There is no living to learn conglomerate. Just a regular person going through real life like you are. But utilizing my experience and what I've understood to help others. That is what living to learn is all about. And that is a part of my brother's legacy. So rest in paradise, Jackie boy. You'll always be missed and loved. And thank you all for watching. I appreciate your support. I hope you have a great day, great rest of your week. I'll see you again soon.